Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of the Brown Boys. We're back again. We have Rohit, we have Nitin, the boy from South, Chennai boy. You have Jibin Shaji George. I don't know what he does, which team he supports. We don't know yet. We have Arnab Kundu. The man has a lot of answering to do, as well as Kartikeya Sharma, who was supporting Germany yesterday. Before we go into that, Switzerland versus Cameroon coming up in half an hour. Then we have three very important games today. Brazil versus Serbia. So you see the Brazilian, the Samba boys in action. You see, there you go, there you go. You see,
Sounds like a vuvuzela. I just realized I sound like a
absolutely.
vuvuzela.
I should get my vuvuzela tomorrow. I should get my vuvuzela tomorrow. And then you have Uruguay versus South Korea. And you have Cristiano Ronaldo, ladies and gentlemen, playing today. So it's Portugal versus Ghana. Let's kick off though with what happened yesterday.
What
there
didn't
was-
happen yesterday?
well,
How
there
many
was-
of us were how many of us were nostalgic looking at Spanish tiki taka again, bro?
That's
It is
not
such
what
a
he's talking
delight.
about at all, Rohit. He's talking about
course.
Germany.
Germany
Of
is
course.
Japan thing.
It's about starting on a positive note. Let's talk about the good, then go to the upsets. It's the graph. No, but I don't know, man. But a bunch of us did predict the Japanese sort of Saudi Arabia vibe. You know, I remember in our talk we were expecting this. While Arnab was very confident of a big win. Bitch.
So happy to be proven wrong, man. So happy to be proven wrong. I've been hearing that
Arnab-
7-1,
Arnab-
7-1 bullshit. So happy to be proven wrong.
So Arnab is happy to be proven wrong because his dad supports Germany, I guess.
No, it's my sister and my
Argentina.
brother. My brother supports Germany. So
Yeah.
happy to be proven wrong.
Okay. But Arnab Kundu did predict
What's-
a
What's
big win.
amazing about Arnab's family is Arnab's dad's an Argentina fan, so he's grieving. Arnab's brother is a Germany fan, now he's grieving. The sister's a Germany fan, she's grieving. It all boils down to tonight. If Brazil choke it, this house will be
No,
flooded.
no,
with
no, no,
tears.
no,
I
no,
love
no,
it.
no, 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 no. They are not joking this time around. Come on. I love
Yeah.
Neymar rolling inside the net if needed.
Ooh.
But I mean, tell me, how many of you thought that Spain will bring that? Like, I remember speaking to Rohit on the phone when all the action was happening, and it was like, how many of you expected 7-0?
Nope, I expected a much
Not at
closer
all.
match. Not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Why
Why
Seven
not?
seven was a happening.
They went on and fucking said that Spain do not have a striker, they can't play. This whole Lucho ball doesn't work, right? So what's the deal, man? I mean, Spain seemed to be in very, very, in very scary form.
Command.
No, it's very scary form.
They look like prime Barca under Enrique. I mean, though they do not have striker and all, they look like a proper system that just runs right once they're on the pitch. I mean, of course, it's just Costa Rica,
So
but
that's
still,
a-
they were just ruthless.
Absolutely, they were. And so Enrique's nickname is Lucho. And the whole point was Enrique said this before, and he actually excluded a lot of people were grieving yesterday. Arnab Kundu was grieving about Sergio Ramos is not there. My Spanish team is gone, man. So the whole point is, he said this very, very clearly. I do not care about a player's form. Before the selection, he said this. I do not care about a people's form. I do not care how big a player there is. I will only select people who can play in my system. Now that takes some courage.
And they did. For whatever it's worth, they did. Whatever that system is, clearly it worked, So you gotta
Hold your horses. Hold your
It's also
horses.
just
Right.
one
Hold your
match,
horses.
right?
It's just
You know,
one
it's-
match, right?
Yeah,
Come on.
it's just one
Hold your
game.
horses.
Don't think that they've done something exceptional with one game. Let's see how they do in the next game, and
I
then
mean,
we'll
they've kept a
give
clean
them the
sheet. I mean,
appreciation.
even England has scored 6 goals, but Spain
Yes.
World
scored
Cup,
7 and they kept a
if you
clean
reach-
sheet.
Yeah, but the World Cup, if you reach the finals, is about all of 7 games. And if you're playing for the third position, maybe one more.
I
Yeah.
think people who play in the third position and the finals play the same amount of games, no?
Oh yes, yes, yes. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Nobody watches
but-
that game. Nobody watches the third position games.
But
Please,
Shumon,
let's not start talking about it.
Shumon and everyone else, the team that wins the World Cup is the team that improves the most. So someone who
Yeah.
starts with a bang is not necessary that, oh my God, watch out for them. Never truly ever end up winning.
I
And
see
that's-
that coming from a German fan. Yeah, that's all you can hope for.
But I'll tell you what the game is about, right? It's about dropping points where you shouldn't, ideally. For example, for Germany, Japan is where they need those three. It's a non-negotiable, especially when it's such a tight group. It's more about that. It's not about whether Argentina don't have a chance to get into beyond the group stage. Maybe they do, but where you had the opportunity to pick up, it's really about that. I think.
I mean, I guess Karthikeya, you and me are in the same boat on this one, right? So, well, we will see how choppy the waters are ahead. But
Exactly.
We have a game coming up in a while.
we have a game
Yeah.
coming up in about 22 minutes,
It's actually
right?
a
I'm
very
excited.
boring game. That's actually, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
it's a very boring game.
Wait for Shaqiri to come back and score again, just like he does in every big tournament.
Yeah.
Switzerland
So this is what I will
versus
do.
Cameroon.
This Switzerland versus Cameroon. While all the predictions are towards, and Cameroon, of course, after Roger Miller and all of that Cameroonian vibe is gone.
Chupomoting, baby, chupomoting.
Yeah.
That is
Chupomoting.
true. That is.
Chupomoting.
But also, do you know that the players to watch out for Switzerland, Bril Mbolo. Mbolo is born in Cameroon, so that's
Oh wow.
yeah. Mbolo is born in Cameroon. But I mean, actually,
Another
it's
story.
Choupo-Moting and Vincent Abubakar, right? They are the two players to watch out for. And I think you're right, Arnav, because Arnav was talking about how Shaqiri will come back, and of course, he has gone to the MLS, left Europe. Uh, but I think he has always been a player to watch out for. He and Shaka, they both perform together really well when it comes to Switzerland. They take a special pride in that, right? So, what do you think? I mean, we will glance over this game quickly because there are bigger games coming up. So, number one, what's going to be a prediction on this one? Are they going to both the teams have any chances to get out of their group?
We also have a very interesting left back, Ricardo Rodriguez, who you guys know is a
Rodriguez, yeah.
set piece specialist, right? And he's really, really good. Switzerland is not really a bad team. They will do well. And I don't know this Cameroonian team as well as I did the previous ones. So maybe my bias towards Switzerland is there in this game, but I don't know. 1-1. I don't know. I feel most of the games will either be a 0-0, 1-1 things, or there will be high scoring encounters because that has been a trend in this World Cup, right?
Yeah.
Plus, if you look at Switzerland's last few international tournaments, right, they have done decent. They haven't been bad. They have done decent. And there's this old hog of a goalkeeper they have who seems to keep on playing and playing and playing. Jan Sommer, man, I have been seeing this in the last 10, 15 years now. They never grow old, man. Just look at Shumon. I think he's the same age as Sommer. Look at him and look at him.
Well, Sommer used to play for Borussia Dortmund, and I think during those days he was one of the Europe's top goalkeepers, right, in his prime. I don't know. Is Sommer going to be the number one goalkeeper, Nitin, in this World Cup for Switzerland?
Yes, he's starting. He's starting
Yeah,
today.
he's starting today.
We have a Kanji in the defense line as well. This Switzerland team isn't bad at all.
Interesting, because they were talking about Switzerland being, the Swiss coach yesterday said that this is the best Switzerland team which has ever come to the World Cup, which I find very difficult to understand why. But maybe they will prove us wrong.
Yeah, it may be the interpersonal chemistry of this team.
Like it was with
You never
Argentina,
really-
right?
Argentina,
I
yeah,
understand.
he just
Completely
got
Absolutely.
me there.
understandable.
Nitin, you have a stats guy behind you, and I can see that Tripathi is sitting behind you. He's a stats guy.
Yes.
He can give us some stats on the matches coming up, maybe.
You're being invited, please. Please. Yeah, he's joining. Yes.
Right. So Tripathi,
Hello.
welcome,
to the
Swami,
show,
welcome.
Tripadi.
I fear
man-
seeing
Tripadi,
him.
drop some stats.
The man with all the numbers. He's the guy who is going to drop the stats because the Switzerland Cameroon game is going to start in about 20 minutes tops. What are there any stats worth sharing on these two teams?
Not particularly on these two teams, but I would like to talk about a new stat which FIFA has introduced in this World Cup. I don't know how many of you know. This stat is called in contest possession. So technically, we see stat possessions at like 74-26. So we assume a team had 74% and the other team had 26. Well, that's not the case because most of the times there are times in match where no team has the ball when it's up in the air, when it is in the air. So FIFA has introduced this stat. So let me get down to two big matches, which were the surprise matches, which was the Argentina-Saudi Arabia game. So if you check the stats from usual stats where you check when you don't have that in contest stats, the difference between is when you see the Saudi Arabia game, it says that Argentina in that match has more than 70% of possession, which is right.
Okay.
But when you go to the FIFA, like 70-30, but when you go to the FIFA website, that stat, it's like 64% possession for Argentina, 12% in contest, and 24% Saudi Arabia. So the matter is teams are now trying to keep the in contest possession high. If you are getting
So
more
basically, what you're saying is that the in contest position is where Argentina lost the game, right?
in lost, and one more stats where you can say that when they entered the final third, three times from the left, three times from the left inside, three times from central, three times from right inside, and 8 times from right chance. So they specifically targeted the left area where they knew Argentina were weak.
It's almost
And
like all these numbers are almost seeming like right now Qatari stadium numbers, right? They have a stadium
no,
capacity of
I
40,000.
see. I see. There's
so
just there's this one fact which he totally missed out. Where was Messi in that game?
yeah, no, so that like I continue
Well,
to say that if
I
any
could not find him. Where was Messi in
yeah,
the
I
game?
mean,
so
who gets this human being, Arnab Kundu, man? I mean, he's stuck on Messi.
N-
Get a life,
no, no,
man.
no,
I
no, no.
see. I
So,
see
so,
Rohit
so,
changing
so,
it. I see Rohit changing
so,
it.
so,
Yeah, we got that
so,
face back again.
so I'll say one thing, like all the other 5-6 guys, whichever team are you supporting, no matter. But if you want your team to bring it home, just
I'll
pray, just pray that your defensive midfielder is in the form of his life. If he isn't, I'll give you an example. 2018, the best midfielder was N'Golo Kante. 2014, Bastian Schweinsteiger. 2010, Xavi. 26, Gennaro Gattuso. 24,
Bang on.
2002, Gilberto Silva.
That's so
Yeah.
well said.
It's not
So,
Schweini who
so
was better in 2014. It was Cruz.
nah,
Come on.
he was controlling the game. Cruz didn't even play the
Yeah.
Schweinsteiger
first
played
game.
like
the
a
whole idea
tiger.
is no, the whole
Germany
idea
lost.
why
Germany
we brought
lost.
Schweinsteiger
you.
played like a tiger in
Hold
that
on,
game
So,
against
so, so,
Argentina, dude.
so defensive
guys,
midfielder,
hold on.
the
The
question
whole
of
point is
defensive
hold
midfielder
on, hold on, hold
comes.
on. This guy gave you a lot of stats, right? And a lot of brilliant stats. But I'm telling you why we invited him to the show. Because this guy here did not talk about the stats that he from yesterday's match because he supports Germany. And that's the
No,
whole
no.
game
So,
in
so,
this.
so, so I also talk about. So the reason because first of Argentina, everyone was looking, but since Giovanni Lo Celso didn't play, that showed us the importance. And yesterday, the
Why are we
best player
talking
for
about the
Germany.
Argentina game? Why are we talking about the
Yeah, nah,
Argentina
nah,
game?
so,
No,
so
no, no, no,
because
no, no,
just to
no.
Let's
explain,
talk
You're
about the Germany
yeah,
game.
sure.
Come on.
Germany game. So the best player for Germany
Japan
yesterday
took your
was
little pinky away.
Ilkay Gundogan. No, no, no.
Absolutely. And they removed Guldogan. So Hansi.
Yeah, so Gundogan they removed because they wanted to see there are only two reasons why Germany lost. Either they are boycotting Qatar or they underestimated Japan.
Bullshit.
If you are 1-0 up,
Oh,
see
come
Japan
on.
is a
Come on.
great Japan played
I,
very
I,
well and they
I,
were a
this is
great team.
No,
The-
you are
the-
you are doing no.
when
You are
you are
almost like
trying,
no. Tripathi, you are almost like Gary Lineker right now. You are virtue
no,
signaling.
no,
Come
no,
on.
what
You
virtue
did not.
signaling?
The
Nahin,
Yakuza
I'm
took
just,
your little pinky away.
Nana, I'm not saying that they are boycotting. I'm saying they are underestimating. See, when
How
you are
many?
going to protect a 1-0 lead, see, that's the point.
How
Argentina
many?
went for the
Okay,
same
okay,
thing.
okay. How many of you saw that? How many of you saw that South Korea player post-match interview? He said
Japanese, who is Hansi
the
Flick?
Japanese player.
Yeah.
Hansi Flick. Is it?
Racism.
No, is it? What is Hansi Flick?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
The
Yeah,
Yakuza took the little pinkies away, nothing else.
that
And
hurt.
actually, Japan also played 5 players from Bundesliga.
That is true. Both their goal scorers are from Bundesliga.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
yeah, that is true. That is true. Okay,
So-
getting back.
So I think we can also say that the last World Cup and this World Cup proves that in the next 12 years, the honeymoon period for European and South American teams might be over.
Oh, that's a very
Yeah,
interesting point to make.
That's a good way to look at it, man.
That is a very interesting point.
And for all we know right now is Argentina and Germany's chances are slipped. So please, yeah, let's get on with it.
Yeah, and today is Portugal's match, and let's see, because Joao Felix played well against Ghana, so they start Ronaldo or Felix. That is also a question. Like, people are thinking Ronaldo might start, but
Throw this stats guy
Fernando,
away. Throw this stats guy away.
Fern-
He's questioning
Fern-
whether Ronaldo would start or not. Throw him away, please, please.
so
Nitin, where the hell are you?
Fernando
Let-
Santos could use him as a impact sub.
Yeah,
You
but
never know.
Ronaldo won't like that. He will go to Piers
Yeah,
Morgan.
yeah.
I don't think so, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I mean, if that happens, he's going as a crybaby to Piers Morgan.
If
think I'll
Ronaldo
have
doesn't start, I think Ronaldo will start for geopolitical reasons or anything.
Anything,
Not,
yes.
I'm not getting football here.
Or
If it's
geopolitical
the World
reasons,
Cup,
Ronaldo
if
has
it's the
to
World
start.
Cup,
Yeah. Nitin,
the
Nitin, what do you
Department
think?
of zoology needs Ronaldo to start. Any department in the world needs Ronaldo to start. It's the fucking World Cup. Who are we kidding? No way. No way. 500 million people on Instagram will be disappointed. Yeah.
That was great seeing Volkswagen walking back, while Honda was cheering yesterday.
All that German engineering, nothing without the
I know,
Japanese engineer, I guess.
Well. I mean, did you see? The best part was that I mean, I think the Japanese, when Rudiger was showboating, he was showboating a little too early. The guy spoiled the entire match by doing that because he was one of the best defenders, and just after doing that, they conceded a goal.
I don't know
So-
whether they've heard the phrase, you don't fuck with the Japs, man. You don't fuck with the Japs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they bring their sushi home.
Very interesting.
Let's get into Portugal versus Ghana. Of course, one of the biggest ticket matches today. Nitin, would you like to take us through, what kind of teams, who's expected to? Of course, our stats guy dropped a bomb saying that Ronaldo might not start. So that's not going to happen because Piers Morgan won't be happy if that happens. So
But one of the breakout stars for Ghana is I think he plays for Ajax. His name is some good name.
you're talking about Mohamed Kudus, right?
Yes, Kudus,
Right.
Kudus. Yeah, I think he's gonna do some sort of miracle in today's game. I have some feeling that he is gonna turn it around. And
Ghana is a
because
very
for the
dangerous
past
team,
two
by the
match
way.
days, for the past 2 match days, Argentina we didn't expect they would go down against Saudi Arabia. Yesterday it was Germany. I think Ghana, Portugal is gonna be the same case, just because of this one youngster.
What? You're banking
Yeah.
so much on that one guy.
Yeah.
You're going to ignore everything that Portugal has done because of that one guy.
I mean,
forget
it's
everything.
Fernando Santos.
Yeah,
On
I mean,
paper,
that-
Portugal is
He
good.
was very
There's still a
close
lot
to
of people
he
in
was,
Portugal.
Yeah, but he's very, very close to joining Everton, this guy. So
There's a
he's
Ronaldo in there who can lead the team, unlike a Messi. Where's that crybaby face gone again?
Jibin seems to be very silent. I mean, I think he's suffering from
The Ayu brothers are playing this year. Nitin, right? Ayu brothers will be playing for Ghana. Jordan Ayu and Andre Ayu. for
I
Ghana? I think they
I
would be
don't.
playing because they're the people who start the game always.
Yeah, and of course, there's one of the William brothers in the team as well. Yeah, so
Jibin,
I
you were
guess that
saying.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
sorry.
the head coach of Ghana just made this public statement, right? This auto guy, and he just said he doesn't care about Ronaldo, which is a highlight
Nice.
point for me.
Well,
As you know, judging by the whole thing that we have with Ronaldo going on and how he's been playing. Trust me when I say this, bro. I think this is going to be the highlight of the match.
it's an
What if
African
it's an
country.
upset?
Internet is slow out there, Jibin.
What is
They just saw
what if
the
the
Piers Morgan
upset?
interview.
What
but
if
I
the
think
upset validates the statement this dude made? Come on,
I think I think it could be a Ronaldo redemption as well, because see
yeah,
he's out of
it could be
Manchester
that.
United, so mentally he's free of that burden, and it was a mutual agreement. It wasn't like as if
Correct.
United filed a legal case against him. It wasn't like that. So Ronaldo, his complete focus is on Portugal, and he can forget about club football after the
Yeah,
World
I
Cup.
mean, I
Literally,
absolutely. I mean, I think
that's
Ronaldo
that could be a talking point.
and Ronaldo is a different kind of a beast when he plays for Portugal. So let's not kid ourselves, right? And look at the Portugal team. So a lot of people are
Yeah.
actually not talking about the Portugal team, but look at that midfield from Neves to Bernardo Silva to Bruno Fernandes to Joao Mario to even Vitinha.
Moutinho,
Uh, Moutinho is
the
he?
Fabio Vieira.
Is Quaresma still playing?
No,
No,
No, no,
I
right?
mean
Quaresma, no.
no. You don't
Yeah.
have. Yeah,
We'll miss his Rabonas.
so I don't think Moutinho is in the team this time. So he is not in the squad. So you have and even if you look at even if you look at their forward attacking players, you have a Rafael Lee, right? You have an Andre Silva, and Joao Felix, of course, has not been at the prime of his form. He's just getting back there. But I think it's just a team which has so much potential and so much, in terms of backup. They have I think, three players for every position. That says something.
They have been underplayed because of their performance in the Euros last time around. I think that's why
Yeah.
they're being underplayed, and how they qualified as well. It took them extra bit of matches, and they're being underplayed. But let's see. I mean, I don't have very
You
high
never
hopes from
know.
them. I
Yeah.
don't have very high hopes from them. But there's a certain Cristiano Ronaldo in the team who can certainly lead a team. Unlike the crybaby we have back in Argentina.
Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, and Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a really good three players to have in your team when it comes to attack.
Ruben
I don't
Diaz
know.
and Joao Cancelo, man, and Pepe out
You
there in
can't
the
forget
Exactly.
defense.
Cancelo.
So their
With
defense
Pepe,
this
I
time.
just feel like the backline. Who's in goal? Rui Patricio. Who keeps for Porto?
Yes,
It's
Patricio,
Rui
Jose
Patricio.
Sa, and Diogo Costa. His form at Porto is insane. I mean, he saved a
Yeah.
penalty and he gave an assist in one single game. And he's the first goalkeeper to do it in a UEFA Champions League game. So I think he
Wow.
might start over the
Over Patricio.
experienced ones.
That's interesting,
So
man.
he is the number one goalkeeper according to recent media reports in Portugal. But Portugal always suffered because of their kind of leaky backline, right? You had the Pepe who was the only name who was going around. But this time you have a Diego Dallo, you have a Joao Cancelo, you have a Ruben Diaz.
And you come with a very well-oiled Ruben Diaz, Joao Cancelo, sort of
Absolutely.
equation. It's a very well-oiled machine, even for whatever
They
it's worth.
play in
with
Man
the
City
Bruno and
together,
Ronaldo.
so they know.
Exactly. Even for whatever it's worth, even for that entire Bernardo Silva angle, for the Ronaldo and the Bruno angle, I feel like it feels like a more well-oiled machine as well. A lot less to adapt, and also a lot of game time in the team generally. Uh, I think you can pick up from there for sure. Interesting, but it almost feels like to go Louis Vuitton. It's almost like it's Ronaldo's move now, and Messi's just given him the chance to checkmate. It can be national, international sledging material for all Ronaldo fans if you actually see a defining Ronaldo performance, which will mean the world to him, like I said, Nitin, because this World Cup is really all the man has in his hands right now. It's all out. To spend a minute, where do you think he's going next? What was the entire watch thing?
I think he's going to Bayern or Chelsea, man. I don't know. I don't
No,
know where he's heading.
Manchester United fans lost like all respect for him? Or are they still like
No. I don't think so because
As long as he
in his
doesn't lose to a
interview,
team like Saudi, I think it's all good in the hood.
even in his recent interview, Ronaldo re-mentioned this Picasso quote that if you want to rebuild something, you have to destroy it completely, and even if it starts with Cristiano Ronaldo himself,
I'm not talking
and
about
it's
that. I'm
fine.
talking about the watch.
It
No, I'm talking
costs
about the
millions.
respect.
That's all I care
The-
about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the respect the Manchester United fans still might have for him in that
Correct,
context.
correct.
Yeah, because
Right.
first thing, Ronaldo and Manchester United separate, and now Glazers are putting Manchester United on sale. So I think the process has already begun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a very positive outlook, I would say. And for this, I
It is.
don't think Manchester United fans would have any sort of hate against Ronaldo, I would say.
Right. No, but I've also always thought, even when he wasn't, say, performing or was on the bench, I do think that Manchester United fans are always going to have a very special relationship with that boy. I say boy because I specifically think of him as that little guy with this cabbage-looking
Yes.
hairstyle on the side. He's always going to be that guy. He could have come back. He can come back as a coach, and you'd still look at him very oligona in that sense. They feel like one of their own. It's
So
what Phil Foden will do to City all
where is
his
he
life.
going next? Where is he going next? What are we thinking?
I don't see Chelsea on the cards. I don't
I'm
see the
going for
Premier League for
PSG.
some reason.
Are you
I
going for
think
PSG?
Yeah.
I am going for Bayern. I think they are in need of a number 9 since
I'm
Lewandowski left.
I'm I think the outside chance for me, which will be such a great story. He can't play the first two matches if it happens. I think it might be Newcastle United.
Could be. Could
Oh,
be. Just
damn.
for the brand value he brings.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
But I think it
Oh,
will be
damn.
Bayern. I think he would want to play Champions League football. Could very well
Bayern,
be Bayern. I don't
but
know.
I
Bayern
think
has stayed very.
his wages is something that no one is considering here.
Of
Newcastle
course,
United,
Paul-
can
yeah. Yeah.
I think
I think Newcastle may be able to fit it in.
I think Saudi Arabia defeated Argentina. Messi was a crybaby. I think he should go to the Saudi club.
As long as
Okay,
he mints
that's
money.
that is his next level pettiness coming out of Ronaldo if he does that.
As long as he mints
Yeah.
money, man.
Jibin looks very sad. Jibin, are you sad with all the discussion, or are you sad with yourself? What's
He's
happening?
just. I think he's keeping his fingers crossed for the Brazil game.
No, but
We'll come
no,
to
the
the
last
Brazil
thing
game.
on the Ronaldo thing, I think wherever he goes, I'm sure he's going to want guaranteed game time. I think he definitely look to go to a club where there is guaranteed game time. I
Absolutely.
keep thinking about if Ronaldo even went to City, I would see him sit on the bench a lot, but for a winning squad. So the whole ball game is different then. I think for even someone like a Calvin Phillips, I don't think City was necessarily the perfect upgrade, but it's a winning squad, so it is. I think Ronaldo will need to pick that next club from 100% guaranteed either league or Champions League game time scenario.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I also think that he needs a coach who he can be
Yeah.
equals with.
Yeah,
Because-
like a yeah, Ancelotti's of the world. Nothing lesser than that. That kind of stature.
Or then he is going back to, if he goes to Newcastle, then he has a chance to work with a very upcoming, very potentially one of the best coaches in the next 10 years.
But that's my thing. Newcastle could use Ronaldo for what it will do to the club. I don't think it will do anything for the team, if you know what I mean.
Neither
I
for
think they're a
Ronaldo.
very
Neither for
even
Ronaldo.
for
I don't
Ronaldo.
think.
Exactly. That's I don't know. I think it has to be a strategic football move this time around, more than a sponsorship making headlines.
I think he might take a pay cut if
Yeah.
Bayern comes knocking at his door. I think he might.
Yeah, probably.
But I don't see him
Yeah.
getting all the game time in a Bayern squad.
Chupomoting starts. Come on.
Choupo-Moting has been in some great form. He's starting because of
His
form.
great is Ronaldo's worst. So let's not get there. Let's not just have their names being spoken in the same bloody argument.
Promoting.
Why
Choupo,
won't-
if you are hearing this, where to come on the show next time.
why won't he
Chup
go
was
back to
hearing
Juventus? Why
Because
won't you go
Juventus
back to
won't take him.
Juventus?
Because Juventus won't take him. Period.
I really
Plus,
feel
I
that
think
Serie A is
they're
a
not.
place
They're
for
not.
him.
They're not even in the Europa League.
Yeah, but also he destroyed the fabric of the Juventus team, right? Even Allegri, with whom he had such a great relationship, Allegri doesn't want him back.
Yeah.
Let's get on to the World Cup discussion now.
I
Enough
think
about
we
one
missed
guy.
out on. I think we missed out on Uruguay versus South Korea.
Oh, we're coming to that right now because I think Son Heung-min is fit for South Korea.
Yes.
He will be wearing a mask though after his facial surgery.
That's such a racist thing to say. An Asian wearing a mask.
He's in a
Wow.
group with, I know, I mean, Portugal, Ghana, and Uruguay, South Korea. That's Group H, right?
Apologies for my ignorance, but is Ghana the team with the penalty bad luck?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
exactly.
Uruguay
God.
versus
Poor guys.
Uruguay, Ghana.
No, man.
it was
Oh,
Uruguay,
no.
Ghana in 2010, right? The
And who was
quarterfinals.
the striker? Remind me who was the striker?
Suarez. Suarez
No,
was
no,
the
no,
one
for-
who
for-
stopped it.
Asamoah
For
Gyan
Ghana.
missed
For
it.
Ghana.
It's
Gyan,
Osama
Gyan.
Gyan.
And piece of again trivia for you guys, where I was in that stadium.
What do you say?
Yes, that
You saw that penalty hit the crossbar and just,
Yes.
oh, damn.
So yeah,
What
I
a
mean,
game.
it was what a game it was. And fun fact from that, on that day, somehow because it was Ghana, it was in Africa, the first World Cup. Everyone, including me, on that day was supporting Ghana. Right? We're
Yeah.
like
Because
little
the underdog story, right? It's the underdog
Yeah, it is
story.
that.
Right?
It was Ghana.
That's the penalty game, right? That's the Suarez on the goal line.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
hand. Yeah.
The Suarez hand. Yeah,
The red card. I think he got sent off that game. I remember.
Hit
Yeah.
it.
He
But
got sent
I mean,
off. He
I
got
guess
sent off.
I guess there is a lot of moral
Hey,
policing
I think it
around
was
the
a
story.
quarter. It was a quarter
It was a
final.
It
quarterfinal.
was the
Yeah,
quarterfinals.
Yes,
Yes,
it was
yes.
Yeah.
And
Because I
then they
remember
lost.
he would be back in time for the final and whatever. It
No,
was
and then they
good
lost
sacrifice.
3-2 against the Dutch. With
Correct,
Suarez
correct.
not being a part of it. It was all a full and show in that match.
Yeah.
that was the Jabulani World Cup. But the whole point was that
Drama Lama.
but the whole point was that any player in Suarez's position would have done that to help the team. I mean, I guess.
Correct. But only if it's Suarez, he's already had the reputation of the biting. It just brands him to be this really
He's that
notorious player.
one of the dark art players.
Yeah.
Easily.
I think if he wins, if he plays, Uruguay wins. If he doesn't, Uruguay loses. That's it. That's
Yeah.
pretty much been the
There's
case.
no debate about talent. I think he's a fantastic striker. His Liverpool career was right up there, for sure.
Yeah, he's Liverpool and Barcelona. I mean, Suarez is one of the best strikers ever
Yeah,
in the
no
game.
doubt.
He shows up in big matches, unlike his Barca counterpart.
Oh,
well,
my
If Brazil
word.
loses today, Arnab, I need to know how you will respond
You
tomorrow.
know what our
I need to
what our
know.
filters are going to look like tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
If Brazil loses,
if Brazil loses today, I need to know how you
Yeah.
will be tomorrow.
that's coming from a German fan. Please keep your mouth shut till the time your team wins. Imagine what will happen to Germany against Spain.
I love it.
Yeah, but this group is a very interesting group. I think Group H is going to be a very, very interesting group, right? You have South Korea, Portugal, Ghana, and Uruguay. Who do you think, which are the two teams which are going to the round of 16? Do you think, like a lot of people are saying, that South Korea and Ghana stand a chance actually and create an upset? Is there a chance Uruguay crashes out in the group stage?
It's been this story so far, so hoping for the best.
It's entertainment. I think.
That is true because I think the South Koreans. You see, it's a very very interesting. I think group. It's going to be one of those very groups where you can't make predictions type, right? You don't know which one is going ahead, apart from maybe Portugal because they're definitely going ahead, right? So that I feel is a given. But apart from that, when you look at a Uruguay versus South Korea, I feel that until or unless South Korea, of course, bring Heung-min Son's best game on the table, like the Japanese, of course, did yesterday in the second half. Then it's very difficult for them to actually, make a mark in this game. But having said that, you never know.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how the Uruguay team composition works. They haven't been that good in World Cups in the last two times, right? Post 2010, they haven't been that good. So I don't know. I think South Korea has a real shot.
Okay, so what's your prediction for the South Korea game?
No clue,
I'll
honestly.
go for. I think 1-0 Uruguay or 2-1 Uruguay. As good a team South Korea has, I'll just have to go with Suarez on this.
Probably Uruguay will win this game. Yeah. Uruguay probably is winning this game.
I'm rooting for the Asian team. I mean, it's like a pattern, like Saudi Arabia, yesterday Japan, today it's gonna be South
Yeah.
Korea for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, I think 2-1 is the flavor of the season. So I'm going with 2-1 South Korea on this one.
Yeah, same here.
What's you gonna do, Rohit Prakash, Kartike, and Shivin?
Oh, I don't know.
I'd say the
I
same
don't
thing.
know.
Uruguay probably is winning this game, yeah.
No,
But I'm not too
I can see
sure
them
about
share
what.
points also. I could see them share points, like an intense love all or even a 1-all, something like that. Maybe a tough one.
Yeah, South Korea winning, I don't see that happening. Although I must say, it could be an interesting match. They might pull off an upset, considering what's been happening so far. But yeah, a 3-1 Uruguay.
Interesting.
That's
What
right.
about the
Literally
Portugal
thinking
game,
about-
guys?
The
Yeah.
only game we've not spoken about is the Brazil one, right?
There's no need to talk
There's
about
no
it. We
there's
just
no need to
watch
talk about it.
Well,
Brazil,
we are
Brazil is
definitely
gonna
going
win
Fellas are
it
taking
anyways.
it home, guys.
We're
No
definitely
need to
going to
talk
talk
about
about that.
No need to talk about it, dude. Favelas are taking it home.
Let's look at the Portugal game. Let's look at the predictions. What are you looking? What's your prediction on the Portugal game?
1-0 Portugal.
Same here, 1-0 Portugal, Ronaldo penalty.
I'm going with a 3-0 Portugal.
I'm going
Ronaldo,
with 3-0 Portugal as well, with Ronaldo scoring a brace.
Yeah, 2-1 Portugal.
3-0
Ronaldo.
Portugal. Is Diogo Jota in the squad?
Injured,
No, he's
injured.
injured.
Jota's
Injured.
He's injured, right? Okay.
Good.
But he has got Rafael Leo, who was his prime form in AC Milan.
Yeah.
But I would go with 4-2 Portugal on this one.
Say that again.
No,
I think you're going with Ronaldo
root-
and not Portugal, Shuman. Say that again.
Yeah, I was going with 4-2 Portugal, but if you really want me to reverse my prediction, I'll do that.
I
as
would
well.
not mind. I would not mind. I would want to see your face tomorrow when you come up losing again.
Well.
I want to root for a Portugal clean sheet. So I'm gonna say 3-0, but I want to focus on the nil. I think this backline can really improve things up. Yeah.
Does Pepe still work though? I don't know. But yeah, I'll go with a 4-2 Portugal.
I think he does. For Portugal, he does, Yeah. Okay.
I think 3-1 Portugal. Ronaldo scores a bit. That's pretty much it. He has to be on the score sheet.
Okay, now down to our last match. Though we did not talk about the match which is going on right now. What's happening in that match, guys? So what's the
Still nil-nil,
prediction?
10th minute.
Yeah, what's the prediction on that one?
I think let it be the same.
Sorry?
It's still 0-0, so I would say it's 0-0 even in the 90th minute. Because recently, even there have been a lot of 0-0 results, and already it has crossed the previous World Cups, the number of 0-0 results.
That's true. That's
I
true.
think this is gonna add up.
Yeah.
Because afternoon and early evening games are sort of having, a lesser number of goal results, and I see a similar pattern following up in this game as well.
is it because of the heat there, Nitin? Why is it? Do you think it's because of
Could
the
be,
heat?
could be.
Let's stop being so sissy about the heat now. You're there to play a game, right?
Yeah, but
You're getting paid shit.
I also I
It's
don't think
one
the
nil
heat is
Switzerland.
affecting that much.
It's gonna be 1-0 Switzerland. Shaqiri scores again.
2-1 Cameroon.
Hope Cameroon wins and gets a faster internet
Okay.
out there since the coach doesn't know, right?
Come on,
Same
guys,
with
it's
Ghana.
prediction time. Quickly.
No, I think it's going to be a draw.
I
You
have
can throw
no
it quickly.
perspective.
I think Cameroon opens the doors for an African country, man. This is their winning game, and a 1-0 for Cameroon.
I have no perspective. I will watch the game and see where it goes.
Ah,
I have no qualitative or quantitative analysis of this game at all.
okay, but you must have
Yes.
you and I think you do have a qualitative as well as a quantitative analysis on Brazil versus Serbia. That's where the Brazilian team
I think it's
immensely.
going to be a tough game for Brazil to win, but they will win it maybe a 2-0. But a
Why do you
tough
think
fight, a
it's going
good
to?
quality.
Why do you think it's going to be a tough one?
I don't know. I just Serbia don't seem like they're an easy team to sort
I
of
think
walk
we are
over.
underestimating
And
their
look,
their
yeah.
attack, Serbia's attack. It's crazy good. The
Correct.
Milinkovic,
strikers
Savic,
all
Dusan Tadic, Mitrovic. Really good three
Mitrovic
players
is
Serbia
in
has.
red hot form.
Yeah, even Dusan
Yeah.
Tadic is really good.
Yes, they are
It's a very good
underestimating.
team.
Thiago Silva would outjump Mitrovic. Let's not
No,
get
he
there.
won't.
Come on.
No, he won't.
It's gonna be a 3-0 Brazil. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Just
I'd
wait
say
for the
it's
celebrations
5-3.
to come in, right? I think Vinicius, Neymar, and
Five
Richarlison have a lot of celebrations in the back.
5-3.
5-3 with
5-3
Neymar
is
hat-trick of
interesting.
assists. Neymar hat-trick of assists,
Acha,
but 5-3.
what kind of predictions are we doing today, guys?
I think 3-0 Brazil. Neymar stays fit for the next game.
So
Yeah.
when somebody talked about a Neymar hat trick, I think Neymar has 3 more goals to score actually to equal
Surpass
Pace
the
record.
equal.
Pele's
Yeah.
record, yeah, for Brazil, yeah. So that's going to be a very important milestone for this World Cup if Neymar actually ends up.
He'll have to wait till the next
scoring.
World Cup to get there then. Okay.
Wouldn't really matter if he doesn't
Uh,
win the World Cup, right? Irrespective of how many goals he scores. I think that's the agenda he's in with. I think Brazil is gonna lift it this time. Come on, it's been 20 odd years now. I would love seeing Argentine faces if Brazil wins.
well, the Brahma versus the Kilmes moment, Uh, okay, so which is the Brazilian player apart from say the Neymar that you are looking forward to the most? Since Arnav,
Vinicius.
Vinny on the wing.
I think I am looking forward to Richarlison though. So,
Here, Casemiro.
Yeah.
Same. I was about to say Casemiro as well, Nitin.
Like Saumi just said that defensive
Exactly.
midfielders are the key for that particular team
Yeah.
to win the World
Exactly.
Cup.
That's why
Casemiro
I was
could be the
also
one for
And
Brazil.
just-
I was also keen on
And
talking
the
about
experience
Casemiro
of the
because
man.
it's very important.
I must tell you that Cameroon just missed an almost open net, but they're playing really well. They're pressing the Swiss really well.
Who do you think
Given-
starts
Go watch it.
alongside
Let's wrap
Casemiro?
this quick. You were saying
Who do you-
Kartike.
Who do you think starts alongside Casemiro? Is it
Fred.
going to be Fabinho or
Easy,
Fred?
easy,
Oh,
Fred.
I don't
I
know.
think it'll be Fred. Fred's been more consistent over long periods.
And I think Brazil
more
are yet to
reliable
lose a
at this
game
point.
when Casemiro and Fred start in the midfield.
They need to
I mean,
lose a
again,
game.
they're yet to lose a game. Yes, and I
They-
think the point that Karthik you
Let's
mentioned
let's
about
not
the unbeaten
talk
run.
about all the hype. I have seen what happened with Argentina. Please, could we just
I was
let's
about
not
to
jinx
mention
it.
Karthike's point over there.
You're so confident. Why are you
Casemiro-
scared of the hype? Come on, man.
My point is Casemiro is a very integral player wherever he plays, and he's coming from a depleted Manchester United team, so his mentality would not be the same as it was when he was playing for Real Madrid, right? So I just want to know how he turns up here at the biggest stage. He's a very important player for Brazil. If he's not on
Yeah.
point, a
We
lot
we
of
all
things.
we all saw what happened to the Bayern guys playing for Germany, right? With all that mentality
Yeah.
and shit. So let's not talk about that. It's gonna be Brazil 3-0. Neymar stays fit for the next game. That's all I want.
Yeah. No, but having said that, even when Casemiro did come to United and the few games that he did play, you could see the control on Casemiro. I think that kind of experience really shows. And you're right, because when you see Casemiro and Fred, you see it to be the perfect sort of, that central role that you need in sort of partner midfielders. I'm excited. I think it should be Fred, especially to answer your question, Arnab.
I
Fred
don't
and
know. I think
Casemiro seem like
it's
good
gonna
start.
it should be Fabinho. I don't know. Fred, I'm not sure about. He seems like a clown at times on the.
That's because of his haircut. Don't
No,
judge
no.
him for it.
You have seen him play for United. Come on,
Yeah,
he's a
and he
nightmare.
works well next
But
to Bruno.
aren't you guys excited? I mean, I'm excited to see how you know. I mean, maybe I support on a club level, yes, but on a more holistic Brazil level, I'm excited to see how Rafinha performs actually.
Could we play two
Oh, for
goalkeepers?
sure.
Could we play two goalkeepers? I would have Ederson and Allison both on the pitch at the same time.
What do you think? Who
Yeah.
starts? Who starts for Brazil
Who
on the
starts? Is
in
Ederson
Allison,
or
goal?
Allison, Allison,
Allison,
Allison.
Allison
easy.
starts.
Listen,
Allison starts.
it's a
easy.
no-brainer. Ederson
But
might be
hadn't
better with
but
the passing game, but Allison saves it. That's what goalkeepers need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but I didn't Ederson take over from Allison in the last 6 months or 7 months? Like, hasn't he been a better form?
Oh, I think Allison has done pretty decent for Liverpool. I think he has been the standout player for Liverpool this season.
I mean, I think he already has 2 assists this season. So yeah,
In City, it's all Haaland and De Bruyne. So I think with Liverpool performing the way they are, Allison has been the standout performer this season for them.
But also,
He's
I mean,
going.
when we talk about Serbia, I think it's very important to talk about one player who has been in like the star of whose transfer never happened, but the star of all transfer rumors, which is Milinkovic
Milinkovic.
Savic from Lazio, right? I mean, he is touted to be if he dominates the game in the central midfield, then that's going to be a different story. But well, I mean, I think Brazil has a team wherein when you have that kind of talent, it's very difficult to control any team. Any team from Europe will find it difficult to control a Brazil.
I think you could expect a good battle between Milinkovic, Savic, and Casemiro more than the attack, the battle of the midfields in this game.
What did we
Intense.
predict? What did Arnab Kundu predict on this one?
3-0 Brazil. Solid
3-0
Yeah,
backline.
2-0
Brazil.
Brazil
They
for
have
me.
a solid backline with Marquinhos and Thiago Silva. Come on. Yeah. I think 3-0 Brazil.
Alisson.
I think
Yeah,
this is going to
I
be a
think it's a
high
2-0
scoring
Brazil.
match. I think this is going to be a high scoring match
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yes.
I think it's going to be
Yes.
5-3 Brazil.
Exactly.
Serbia is scoring 3. Are you kidding me? Not everybody's Argentina who would let any era team to come and score.
I must.
Come
So
on.
we have our predictions in, but I must end this show today, the fourth Brown Boys show, with one game we did not discuss, which was the heart of what Canada brought on the table yesterday, their first World Cup after many decades, and they were playing Belgium. And I think there were two very a takeaway for when you look at that first half, Canada just took apart Belgium, and from across then the heart that they showed, and their coach is a very interesting character. For all of you who does not know, and he's I think he holds a world record for that. He actually led the Canadian women's team. He's an English guy who led the Canadian women's team to a World Cup, and now he's leading the men's team to a World Cup. That's
Interesting.
one. Yeah, but for one, what De Bruyne said after winning the man of the match, he said, "I don't know
Saying
why
I
they
was
gave me the man of the match." Yeah, I said, "Is it because of my name that they gave me? Because I did not play that well." I
He
think that
he
talks about the
he's
guy.
just frustrated playing for Belgium. Look at the players he plays with when he plays for City, and look at this guy Batshuayi missing so many chances. Come on,
Okay.
and he has
You
to
know, Erling
pass.
Haaland.
Oh, yeah,
Haaland has spoiled the guy, bro. Haaland spoiled the guy.
No, but also the fact that they did not play, they did not get Trossard on the field for a long, long time. I don't know what was the tactics for Belgium to start with. So I don't know what were Roberto Martinez's tactics. I think
I
his
think they were
tactics.
missing a Lukaku. I think they were missing a Lukaku clearly on top.
No, I mean I don't even know why they were not playing Tossard. Batshuayi over Tossard. I mean I don't care whether Batshuayi scored a goal, right? Most of the times he's a shit player, missing so many opportunities. And then Eden Hazard. Why is he the captain and why is he on the field? Why is De Bruyne not captaining this team? I just don't understand.
He's feeding everyone free burgers in the team.
It's they must stop because he needs some confidence, right? So that's why probably Eden Hazard has been given the captaincy. I also feel Kevin De Bruyne is the better should be the leader of the team. But I don't. These are just semantics. Nobody cares about
Are we
who's
not
leading
going to
anyone.
talk about Courtois who just saved that penalty?
Of course we are. I mean, Courtois did. I mean, but also 19-year-old boy, playing what a story it has been, right? For Alfonso Davis, a boy who immigrated to Canada with his family, could not eat, wouldn't have survived if Canada did not, kind of give him that shelter. And now he's at 19, he's playing the World Cup for Canada. What a beautiful story. Of course, there would have been pressure. He should not have taken that penalty because he's not a regular penalty taker for Bayern.
All that backstory is aside, you're here to play the game, you're here to score, you're here for your team to win. I think he just
Yeah.
made a hash of it. He made a hash
Yeah,
of
and
it.
also Courtois has a presence in the goal, man. He knows how to sort of dominate it. It was easy. It was an
Oh.
easy catch as well.
I'm telling you, 31 teams are going to win hearts, while with truly that one ruthless team is going to lift the trophy. I don't care, man. We're
I mean,
not here
that's
to win
fine. I
hearts,
mean,
are we?
no, but Canada is not here to, Canada, nobody expects Canada to win the World Cup. So let's not go there. But I think all of us expect, that story, that one story that makes the World Cup richer, right?
Yeah.
Because anyway, it's being held in Qatar, guys. So did you doff your hat to Qatar yet?
At the end of the day, people are gonna remember who won it, right? They're not gonna remember who
Yeah.
won hearts. So yeah, let's just be ruthless about the game. Come on. He missed it. He missed it. End of story. Of all the hype, he
Yeah.
missed it.
And as you can see, Arnab Kundu keeps pissing off.
No, absolutely. No, bang on. Game changing miss, man. It could have been such a different story from there on.
Anyway, so that was the Brown Boys episode 4. We are wrapping it up. The game is on. I think it's about 22 minutes into the. It's still 0-0, which is Switzerland versus Cameroon. A lot of us are rooting for Cameroon underdogs, but also I think today the big man, two big men actually, are taking center stage. We have a Neymar from Brazil, and we have Ronaldo, and we'll discuss about this tomorrow.
See you all.
You are.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Good talk,
It was a
boys.
good
Let's
talk. The Brown
go.
Boys rock and roll.